Alright, so we already did the rods, and come to find out, can't see me, come to find out that the main camera that you're watching on right now decided to shut off the last time I was going. So I don't know how much you get to see of the rods. I got a lot of it on the GoPro, but I did notice that it shut off, so hopefully I got everything for the rods. This is what we get for rods, minus the ugly stick 2-piece and the Croy. Those I just bought recently, again, was in the mix. But everything else is all at Martin's. Isn't that crazy? They're like almost all 7-footers. These Verities rods are crazy money. Great rods. 3 7-footers, well, one's a 610, I think. But just crazy. You know what I mean? And there was still a lot more too. There was more than double this amount of this type of quality. And then there was the regular $20 to $30 stuff that I didn't really know the brand name of. But isn't that crazy? 4 of them with reels, ready to go. Just gonna put line on them. I'm a big fan of Abu Garcia and Daiwa. My girlfriend wants to use Lew's, so if she wants to test out Lew's, I don't think she'll have problems with them. But she got to test it out, or she's gonna get to test it out now, because we just got them. I'm gonna clean these up real quick, and then we'll go into the gear, into the baits. So this is Cabela's, and there's a couple of things that I've gotten from Dags, but I like 1 or 2. I think this is all from Cabela's yesterday, and this is all from Martin's where I got the rods. So we're gonna do the Martin's first, because I know I spent like $660 at Martin's or something. And Martin's is our buy it cheap store. I don't know what to call it. Value store. They buy in other products, like if a business goes out of sale or out of business, and they have to sell all their products off just to like sell the building. They'll sell them at 50%. Martin's will buy them. Martin's will mark them up, but keep them below what Cabela's is paying. Like for instance, the Verities is $130, and I got it for $78. They're all pretty much like that. This Daiwa rods here for like $20 a piece. But we're going to get into the lures real quick, trying to make this video 2 hours long. A lot of what we got here and why we got it here was because of fishing down in the Androscoggin started to pick up. I just got a smallie the other day. We got a couple hits. So the Androscoggin is a lot of red, especially this time of year. You're going to be fishing a lot of red cranks, square bills. Technically, you don't want to go too deep. It's pretty shallow in the Androscoggin River, and it's full of rocks. So you're going to lose a lot. So we definitely got some cranks. I know I got some that were other colors too, but I'm going to try to organize some stuff here for you, because there's a couple different kinds. And then we'll go through it real quick. Like I said, I think I got like 4 of the square bills, because it's pretty rocky down there. You're apt to lose these if you go too deep. They did have a lot of Guggen's baits there. If you're in Maine, southern Maine, the Scarborough Martins is where I went to. I've gone to 3 different Martins: Scarborough, Gray, and Lewiston. Gray and Lewiston had the same. They didn't have much, and Scarborough had a lot, like 5 or 6 aisles, like more than Walmart has. But they did have a full set of Guggen's, and a lot of it was left the other day when I got there. There's still a lot of these rods kicking there when I left too. I could have spent over $1,000 easy, and this still would have been gear sitting on the shelf for the next guy. But they did have some Guggen baits. I like the Guggen baits. I have a lot of them. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can just see the bottom. But I do have a lot of them that I already have. There's already some in my bag. But I had to get some more, because you can't, I mean, $4.50 for the rattle trap. I say that. No, it's not. It's a square bill. My bad. Googan square bill. My bad. An actual rattle trap. $4.20. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not... Yeah, it's the right size. Yeah. I was going to say it's not the right size. I just looked at it, but it is. Some more red cranks. That's a deep one. Berkeley crank. Red, obviously. Some reel covers. They had boxes of reel covers from small to XL. You know, stuff that'll fit all the way down to your Black Max type size to your Daiwa 400. Lexa 400. Chatterbaits. I don't think that's a Jackie. Doesn't say it on there right on the front, but still, the jackhammer's like $15. I could understand why they don't have them. But the regular chatterbaits is still nice to have, especially these white colors. You can never go wrong with white. I hope you can see all the colors and whatnot. Not just showing you shiny boxes, more Googans. I did get a red Googan clickbait. Like I said, the Underscoggin uses a lot of red, so we're going to throw that down there. These Zone Lock hooks, 99 cents for $5 a piece. I love Gami, and I'll swear by Gamakatsu. But these, you know, for 99 cents a piece for $5, you can't go wrong. They have a little weird... I'll grab it. Did I bring it? Yeah. Brought the GoPro. I'll grab the GoPro in a second. I'll show you. They have like a weird curl to the hook. It's strange. I'll show you in a second. But the last piece is a little hair jig for ice fishing. So I'm going to switch to the GoPro real quick, and we'll give you a little close-up on some of this stuff, so you're not looking from way back there. I know it's not the best camera angle. These are the only swim baits they had there at the time. Gill pattern. I can't tell if they're fabric. I think they're fabric. I like the metal ones. But, sorry about the glare. Not much I could do. I could stand over here. But that's pretty much it from Martin's. The expensive part was the rods, definitely. But it never hurts to grab. I mean, these things were like $2.50 a piece, or less than $3 a piece. All these crankbaits. So you can't go wrong with that, especially on the Andro, where I said I'm gonna lose some. I know I'm gonna lose some. I hope you liked it. I'll be really interested to use these gill patterns. The swimmers. I don't know if you could see them. I showed you a little bit on the GoPro, but they're just swim bait gills. I fish a lot of swim baits. Those are kind of small for me, but that's okay. But we're going to pack all this back up. We'll do the Cabela's. We did this in one day. We drove down to Cabela's, and I needed some gear down there. I knew I needed some clips for striper fishing, quick clips. So we drove down to Cabela's, ended up spending just shy of $300 at Cabela's. And actually, no, it was just over. It was like $310 or something like that. I don't remember. It's like $310 at Cabela's. And then on the way home, we stopped by Martin's because my buddy texted me the other day. I was like, hey man, if you get a chance, go by. They've got some pretty good rods. You might like a couple of them. And then I walk in and it's like all Abu Garcia and Daiwa and like Luz. And I'm like, what? I'll buy one of everything. But and then they had a ton of the baits too, so we had to buy a bunch of that. But like, the idea is not to lose it, but you run into a lot of rocks down there, especially when the water level gets low. But so this box is Cabela's. I had to get one of these. I like these doubles. Like really, really like these doubles with the side clips in the front. These are the clips that I needed. I don't know if you can see them from there. I'll hit everything with the GoPro again anyways, but the clips, you tie them on and then you can just snap your SPs or your Yozuris on, snap them off, put another one on. It's nice when you're striper fishing. I use them sometimes for big bass too, when I'm largemouth fishing, but lately I've been tying on because I didn't have them, so run it. We'll go big fish to little, because we've got Yo-Zuris. We've got 4 Yo-Zuris. Silver side, black top, ivory, kind of like a really bright MAC pattern, and then orange bottom, white side, yellow top. I catch a lot on those 3. I didn't glare, man. Those 3. I love SPs. Love SPs. But my preference is I'm going to use Yo-Zuri unless it's one of the SP XLs. And then I will use that just as much as I would use this. If not more, actually. I find myself using the SP XLs, the big ones. But I like the swim pattern on the Yo-Zuri more. Oh, there's another Mackie over there. But I like the size of those big boy SPs. So, we've got some more swim baits for down in there. I've got some smaller ones of these. The whites, they gotta have the red eyes. They sell them with black eyes too. You want the ones with red eyes. From my experience with striper, you want the ones with red eyes. But they swim all right. You know, they're semi-inexpensive and they're bulletproof. You'll catch a couple fish on them. They're not like a little paddle tail where it's going to rip the tail off and you catch 1 3-footer. You'll catch a couple good fish on these. It's just the hooks are a little excessive, but you won't miss the fish. We got the Shadowlicious. I fish these a lot. If I'm not fishing Alligags, I'll be fishing these with probably Allagag heads or my personal Pord jig heads. They just have a really good swim to them. They have a purple top too instead of the blue top, white side. They have a silver side, purple top. I like these better. They're a little bit lighter. And I don't know too many purple fish. But I did just go buy a Yo-Zuri the other day that was purple sides, black top, and it looks so good. It's like semi-transparent. I don't know where I put it. It must already be in the truck, but it looks really, really good. Cabela's brand glides. These work really good. Of course, we have a good small one too. These work really, really good. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a lot of glides. As you've probably seen, I say I have a lot of glides, and then I have people that, like, I know people that have, like, a lot of glides. Like, thousands of dollars. I don't have thousands of dollars worth of glides. But, more Cabela's brand XPS. I think this is another one of those fabric. I'm not a big fan of the fabric, jointed. But, it ought to swim nice. It's nice and small. It looks good. Looks like a little shiner. It looks good. We'll see what it looks like in the water. We got some Algag. We've got 1 head. I need to go buy some more heads. But my girlfriend liked the look of these the other day. And I think I already have some, but I was like, run it, get them, because you won't be able to in a month. Once the stripers come in, Cabela's, Saco Bay Tackle, they're cleaned out of any SP, Yo-Zuri, Algag, Kitech. They have Kitechs. They don't have the big Kitechs, but we ordered some of those. But yeah, they sell out like that. Eels, the big eels, they're gone. As soon as the striper come in, everyone's like, oh shit, we gotta go buy some gear. And they buy it all. So I try to catch up, get stuff throughout the year when they have it during the winter, especially the Algags, because they disappear so quick. And the Algag isn't very quick about getting them back up here. Or Cabela's isn't very quick about getting them in. Or Saco Bay can't get them in quick enough, because I'm telling you, you run out quick. Go get them now if you're looking to striper fish down in the Saco River this year, or anywhere in Maine, and you want to use Algags. Go order them online or go get them right now. We got some smaller baits, just like a rattle trap and a little trout jerk bait. I thought they looked pretty, so I had to get them. They looked pretty. Some Choppos. I use a lot of whopper ploppers and chops. I don't use these colors much for the chops. I use the I can't remember, like light green something. I don't know the color patterns. But we also use a lot of whopper ploppers. I think the Choppos sound better in the water than the regular whoppers. But the whoppers have the big one, the 160 or a 190 or whatever it is. It's huge. Now, if we're talking that versus these, I would rather use that. It's like the same thing, the SP versus the Yo-Zuri. If I want the size, I'm obviously going to go with the size. And that's usually what I want. Big profile, big fish. If I want the noise like nighttime, I'll use Chopos because it's got a good it's got a nice good sound you can hear from 30 feet away in the dark, and so can the fish. But yeah, I have the same amount of Whopper Ploppers and Chopos, and I use them equally. It just depends on the circumstance. Usually nighttime I'll throw chops, and daytime I'll throw those big Whoppers. But some of those clips I showed you, and then some steel leaders. I really like these clips. I love these clips. Yeah, these clips are crazy. And you're going to look at all this and go, how'd you spend that much money? I had to buy ammo too, and I won't show you guys that. But I was buying ammo. I bought some 9mm. It's hard to find every once in a while. When you can find it for semi-cheap, you might as well buy a box or two. Go have some fun this weekend. But that's really it. I'll switch to the GoPro now so you guys can actually see the baits. Those Cabela brands are nice. They do glide nice too. They use a lot of the Molex glides and 13 fishing glides. Just look like a paper clip. The Zuri game. That's it. Not much from Cabela's. So that's it. That's all we got. I don't know, it's worth it. We'll have some rods for a while. And if any of my buddies want to use them, they can use them without question. Because I've got enough of these Daiwas now. And they're really good rods, these little Daiwas. But the Vertise is crazy. I mean, they go for $130 at Cabela's. $78. Had to get them. There's still 2 there when we left. But I like the 7-footers. 7-foot rods are nice. And I had gotten my girlfriend one of these Vertise last year. Took it out striper fishing for one night. We didn't even own it for 24 hours. I ducked her off, threw it in the boat, threw the batteries in the boat, took off down the road, got to Forest Lake, and realized that the batteries had finagled out of where I put them, and went and landed on all my rods, and broke 4 or 5 of my rods. All the booze, toast. The batteries just came in and like scooped off every single eyelet, like broke 2 or 3 tips, just ruined the rods. But now we've got extras, and I know better now. I run a bungee through my handles on my my batteries and hook them to the side of the boat, so they ain't going nowhere. And the rods ride in the truck. I don't ever leave my rods in the boat while I'm driving, because the sand in the boat will spin and go up into your reels. I had that happen. I had to clean out a bunch of my reels, and I toasted one of them, and I couldn't fix it. I couldn't clean it out and fix it. I don't know where the dirt was. But, yeah, be careful. Stupid stuff like that, man. Just not paying attention. Cost me a lot of money, but it's nice when you find something like this to compensate for that, because now I have that rod back, plus 2, and these 4 reels over here will be fun to use. I think there's 2 Abu's, a Daiwa, and this Lew's. This Lew's is really nice, too. But I think that's it. I'll throw the stuff back out on the table so you guys can check it out all together real quick. There's that bag. Alright, so quick little go over the rods real quick so you can at least see them again. I think there's prices on the other clip that I had, so hopefully you guys get to see it. The glare is going to kill me. My glare is bothering me. That's all she wrote. Hope you guys enjoyed that little bit. We're gonna line all this stuff up, throw it in a box. We're gonna get moving, get back on the Androscoggin. I ain't been on it since, I don't know, 2 days ago. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.